I'm so sorry, but we have managed at last to come live, all here, all ready to go through the 20 top tips of how to know that you're with the one, which is probably one of the biggest questions that I get asked as a reader anyway. So hi, I am Traci C, my pin is 1454. I am super excited to be with you here today. Apologies for all the technical issues that we have been having over the last few weeks, but let's hope, fingers crossed, that this is the last time we experience it. So really, we've got massive celebrations at the moment because you may have noticed from the header that it is our 20th birthday, which is pretty awesome. And so that is one of the reasons why we're going to continue these celebrations throughout this entire month. So I hope you enjoy tuning in to all that's happening with myself as well as the other readers here at the Circle as well. So 20 top tips to know that they are the one. Now, as you can probably imagine, and that as a reader, probably about 99% of the readings all are about relationships. So I have written a list here, so you'll excuse me because I'm not going to be able to remember all 20, as to 20 top tips, and some of them have come from myself, some of them have actually come from the Circle, and also the others have come through interviewing a number of successful couples that have been together for many years. So I hope that you're going to find this really interesting. Hi to whoever's on, please do let me do say hi in the comments so I can say hi to you personally as well. Also, just as a quick note, if you do want to book in a reading, then you can do so by calling 0800 0951 0628, and I'll put it in. Hi Camille, great to see you. I'll put the number on there for you very shortly as well. And also you can go to www.thecircle.com and literally look for a profile on there for Traci C or for one of our other amazing readers there as well. So I'm going to go through some of our top tips and then I will let you a little bit more about booking in a reading as well. So number one, and this one actually comes from myself, because as you can imagine, there is a lot that happens with regards to relationships. And really, for me, I feel that the number one thing is that the person that you're with accepts you for who you are. You don't feel like you need to change anything. They're not purposely trying to change you to fit into what they believe is their ideal or their idea or their concept of what a relationship should be. So my number one top tip is that they accept you for who you are. And then number two, we've got, and this comes actually from an article which is the 6 Signs to a Healthy Relationship, which you will find on the Circle's website under magazine. So the number one for that is positive arguing, because you know what, we all will have times in our relationship where it's extremely challenging, and actually arguing or having disagreements isn't an unhealthy thing in your relationship. It can actually be very positive. However, it's how you go through that disagreement, how you respect each other's space and what each other is saying as to how your relationship can then move forward through those challenges. So positive arguing is number two. Then we also go on to equality. Equality is extremely important within a relationship. I have far too many issues where people feel that there are power struggles or they feel that they are not worth anything because there isn't the balance within the relationship. So equality is really important. We've also got values. It's very important in a relationship to make sure that even if you don't have the same values, that you have very similar values, but you also respect each other's values, because otherwise, again, there's going to be a misalignment. Also, support. So support would be number 5. Support is a great one. And this is, a lot of the times, I will have people that will come to me with regards to relationship readings, and they'll often say, you know, I don't understand this particular aspect of what somebody is doing within their career for a partner or that type of thing. Hi Alex, great to see you. And that's very true. You might not understand every concept or every aspect of your partner's life, but you can still support them. You don't have to understand it to be able to support them. So that one is number 5. Number 6, really big one, is trust. And I don't just mean trust as in trusting that you will be faithful to each other. It's trust that information that you share between each other is between the two of you. It's trust in the respect of feeling that you can be vulnerable with that person and know that that vulnerability is going to be respected. Then we've also got space. Who doesn't need their own space? Not every moment is going to need to be shared within a relationship. So can you be comfortable with having alone time in your relationship and having space? I often say, can you be comfortable in the silences? Because if you can, then you pretty much know that you are with the one. And bear in mind that you don't have to tick off all of these 20 items, but you do need to know that you feel aligned to many of them, and that gives you a clue that you really are with the one for your relationship. Okay, so our next one, so we are now down to number 8, is thoughtful. I love this one so much. This one actually came as one of the very top ones when it came to interviewing successful couples. And a lot of the times it would be the little things. It's not always the big things in a relationship that make it last. It's actually a lot of the little things. It's remembering that that person's going to have a meeting that day, and so getting up a little bit early and making their coffee in the morning, or knowing that actually the kids have been up all night and you know that they're like, your partner might be really stressed, whether that's male or female, whoever's been looking after the children, and so therefore taking something off of their plate, like cooking dinner if they normally cook dinner, you know, swapping things, any of those little thoughtful things. Thoughtful notes, that was a huge one that came up in the interviews, of people leaving little notes. One of my favourite ones from an interview was that an extremely high business person had their diary, and inside there was like a little post-it note from her husband as to basically how much they loved them, and they thought that they hoped that they had an awesome day. How awesome is that? Wouldn't that just make you feel loved and special? So that's definitely a way of knowing that you are with the one. So if you're liking this information, do give it some love and some thumbs up. And if this is what you're hoping your relationship is going to be, then definitely do that. And if you are lucky enough that you're already experiencing this in the relationship, let me know in the comments. Okay, so we are now on to number 9, and this is about being committed. Both of you being committed to each other in whichever format that is for you, and bearing in mind that this is relationship for the two of you. It doesn't matter what other people's commitment levels are. This is much more aligned to where the two of you should be, and that also reverts back to values and that type of thing. So just making sure that they kind of match. Hi Helga, great to see you. Okay, then we are on to number 10. This is my biggest, or one of the biggest ones that I often have within relationship readings, and this is honesty. Again, it's really important for you to be able to be honest with each other, feel comfortable with that, and you can still be honest even in a difficult situation if it's done in a positive way. And again, that's going to go along with trust and support and all that type of stuff. So honesty, because if there's ever been a break in the honesty, it's very difficult for the relationship to recover from that. It can, but it takes time, because then you have to build that back up. Next one we have is selflessness. I love this one. Again, this came up in interviews with regards to the most successful couples that have lasted the test of time. And one of the top 5 things that came through from them was selflessness within the relationship. Communication. This one is number 12. One of my favourite subjects to talk about in relationships is communication. We often have different communication styles, so sometimes in a relationship it can feel as though your partner is speaking another language. Now, it's having the time to try to look at a different perspective and feeling as though you have a safe space to do that, that will help your relationship survive, and know that you are with them when. Are they listening to you? Even if they're not understanding, are they taking the time to sit and listen? And likewise, are you doing the same with them? Because if you are, then it's very possible that you are with the one. Excellent, Helga. I'm so pleased that you think that honesty and communication are also key. Okay, so we also have number 13, again one of my favourite ones, and that's a sense of humour. I love this one because, again, some of the most successful couples that have lasted the test of time said that it was the fact that their partner made them laugh that really kind of made the difference. So sense of humour is a great one. And that anywhere with your partner is fun as long as you're together. Isn't that sweet? I think that one's a pretty awesome one as well, and that was number 14. So we're getting through these pretty quick. If you're experiencing any of these, or you have experienced any of these in relationships, then again, do let me know in the comments. And also, if you're feeling that you would like to know a little bit more about the relationship that you're in, or if there is one to come, if you're waiting for the one, when is that going to come? Then book in for a reading, and you can do so just by visiting www.thecircle.com, and then you can search for the reader that you would like to book in with. So, number 15. This one is one that I often find with a lot of people, and that's that you have this deep knowing that the person that you are with is the one. And this is one of those ones, your favourite one is sense of humour, Alex. That's fantastic. I do really love that. That you're saying that they're all your favourites. I know, like the tick list is pretty awesome on this, isn't it? But yeah, having that deep feeling that you know that they are the one, I love that. It's often a time that people will come to me in a reading and they may be questioning that, because logically they're thinking, well, is this kind of true? Is this, especially if they've experienced past hurt from relationships. But I love it when you get that feeling that's really kind of deep down inside of you, that you just think that this is the one, that just, you can't beat it. Okay, then we have number 16, again one of my other favourites, and this is you don't feel that you have the need to impress. And this means all the time. Of course you're going to have those times when you want to impress your other half by either dressing up or doing something special, you know, which either person that happens to be for. But having that relaxed part within the relationship, that you don't need to feel that way all the time, definitely means that you have found the one. Where oh, Alex, I love this. Where is this man? I need one of those. There's probably a number of people going to be watching this and thinking the same thing. So I love that. Well done. Okay, so number 17. This is also one of my favourite ones, and this is one of the ones that's also come from myself, and that's that you want to do the little things. You want to do the smaller things that you know is just going to bring a smile to your other half's face. Because I think knowing that you're for the one is not just how you feel, like how they make you feel, but knowing that you're with the one is also how you want to make them feel. And that's a really important one, and doing the little things for them, I think, goes a big way of knowing that. Now we have got to number 18. Okay, so this one is also from myself as well, and this one is that you feel grateful. Now, I really want to put this into context, because I don't want this to be coming from a place of, oh, I feel so lucky. No, this is coming from a place of, I feel so grateful that I am experiencing this in my life. I feel so grateful that this makes me so happy. Because that form of gratitude, when you really kind of feel that, also means that you really are aligned to being with the one. And that also brings me on to 19 perfectly, and that is that they make you happy. Most of the time. Nobody is able to make you happy all of the time. We're all human beings. We have mood swings, you know, that go up and down. We get affected by many different things. But if the person that you're with can make you happy most of the time, you're pretty sure that they are also the one for you. And then lastly, which is one of my absolute favourite ones, and I've also experienced this myself, luckily, and that's that the person that you're with makes you want to be a better you. They inspire you to be a better person just by being with them. And not because they're making you feel like that. No, it comes from much more spiritual place of you just feeling like you want to be a better version of you. And often you can hear people say that when they describe their relationship, oh, they make me a better person. they make me feel like I want to be a better person. And I think when you have that feeling, you definitely know that you're with the one. So I really hope you've absolutely loved those 20 top tips. I know that I really enjoyed researching them. I enjoyed really going through them, and I also enjoyed really looking into it myself and thinking about all the readings that I've done on relationships and really kind of honing down what seemed to be the most important part for people. So do give us some love and some thumbs up on this one, and please do share this, because I know that this is really going to help a lot of people. And if you want to book in a reading, then please do go on to www.thecircle.com and you can book in a reading with myself, which is Traci C, or you can book in with one of our other amazing readers. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this whole month of going through all the mass celebrations that we're going to have celebrating our 20th birthday. So thanks very much for joining me. I'm going to be on tomorrow, so do book in a reading with me. Oh, and just before I go, I've got something pretty awesome to show you. So I often tell you that obviously if you book in a reading with me and you are one of the first 10 people, no matter whether you're a regular customer of mine or brand new, then you get one of these. Isn't that cool? It does say on here, I can, I will, watch me. I love that. So don't forget that you can get that, and if you're brand new to the circle, then welcome. You get 29 pence per minute for the first 10 minutes as well. So do take advantage of that. Go on to www.thecircle.com, or of course you can call our customer services, and I'm going to pop the number for you in the comments below. But thanks very much for joining me, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.